Miley Percocet, Percocet, Miley Percocet, represent, gotta represent.
What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about a little information that I got over the last couple of days concerning Jeep Grand Cherokees, Wagoneers, and Ram 1500s, and in some cases the 2500s if it has the 12-inch Uconnect screen. So it seems that internal investigations in Stellantis, people that are engineers, and here's the thing, they are speaking out because, and there's a reason why the head of software quit. They didn't quit because Stellantis didn't want to do what it was that they wanted. It was more on, I'm not going to be responsible for what you have in these vehicles. That is a fact. That is, now, here's the thing. This comes to me, and I'm using official, actual sources. These are somebody that says they work at Stellantis, which have provided information that shows that they actually work there. Shows that they actually work there, all right? Where this is important, or why this matters, is it says a lot. Now, I know a lot of other executives left because, let's be honest, Stellantis is a sinking ship. But evidently, the engineers or the people that are now doing the software went over what was in these vehicles, and in cases where these vehicles have lane departure and what's the other thing? I'm having a brain fart right now, but it's adaptive cruise. If it has both of those, right, there is a fatal flaw in the software which causes errors. Now, one of the errors that happen, and we've seen it, I've done the videos on this, you can go back and see it, and I've published the videos on this, where the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the Jeep Wagoneer will literally shut off. It turns the hazard lights on, starts coasting, no power, no brakes, no nothing. Every power system in the vehicle shuts down. And then when it gets to about 25 miles an hour, it engages the parking brake, and boom, and it comes to a stop. Now, evidently, the software engineers, or the new people that are doing the software for Stellantis, went over the system to find out what was going on. And remember, I said the first engineer that was looking at stuff, and I talked about this, was very clear and said that there was data collision going on and just badly written software, as well as cheap components. Well, that was correct. And it's not just the cheap components, but evidently a fatal flaw in the software. Now, evidently, and again, I'm not there, I'm not in the room, I'm going by what other people said and what the head of software told some of their employees before they left. And it was, I'm not going to be responsible for somebody getting hurt or dying in one of these vehicles, when they basically ran it up the food chain and said, hey, there is a fatal flaw with these vehicles, you have to fix it. And if you don't fix it, like, it's a liability concern, right? And as somebody who's worked for in the Department of Defense, you don't want, especially if somebody presented information to you, you don't want to be that guy that's like, yeah, I knew about it, but F it. And evidently this thing has been run all the way up the flagpole, and for how much it's going to cost to fix the issues, right? Well, one, they'd have to recall a ton of vehicles, and they don't want to do that right now. With what's going on with the Chevron decision that came down from the Supreme Court, NHTSA might not be able to force a recall, which is an interesting situation. And Stellantis is just kind of like, we don't care. Let's wait and see if it actually becomes an issue. And the head of software said, nope, not me. I am not about to be liable for this. I've reported it. I've done my job, and I'm out. A lot of people were asking what it was about. You know, were they getting their golden parachute and getting out? I mean, that could also be part of it. I mean, it could have been that the fatal flaw in the software is the reason that they stepped away. That's possible. Again, but I only can go by the information that I've been given. So people that are dealing, engineers that are dealing, the software engineers that are dealing with the software issues, sorry, that are going on with Stellantis right now, have said, and I've got this from more than one person, more than one source, said that the head of software said that there was a fatal flaw, that there's an issue. It is a safety concern, and they didn't want to be liable for it. When it was reported to the company and they said, okay, thank you for your concern, we'll take it under advisement, we'll look at it. You know, we'll think about doing something in the future, and they don't fix it. If you own a Jeep Grand Wagoneer right now, or a regular Wagoneer, or a, what do you call it? A Ram 1500, I would be exceptionally worried about my safety in that vehicle. It just explains a lot. And I had a couple of different media sites here also say, hey, do you have any sources here in Stellantis that deal with software? And I did. I had the one person, or we had the previous issue that was going on with the Demon Uconnect thing, and that same person I reached back out to, and they were like, yeah, man. So a lot of people that are working, that are left, that are US-based software people, they're going to leave. And I mean, it's not going to make the news like the executive or head of software leaving, but there's a reason. People do not want to be liable for deaths or injuries. And it's CYA, man. It's CYA mode. They are covering their asses right now. They've, evidently the head of software ran this all the way up the flagpole. Nothing changed. They didn't want to do it. And they quit effective immediately. Didn't retire. Didn't say, hey, I got another position at another company. Here's my 2 weeks notice. Quit effective immediately. That says a lot. Anyways, I'd love to know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you own one of these and have the software issues, are you worried that your safety might be at risk? I don't know. I see lawyers chomping at the bit. It wouldn't surprise me, one of the channel sponsors, and Morgan & Morgan or Crone & Moss or somebody else goes after Stellantis hard about this and starts, trying to subpoena internal documents from the company to show their negligence. It's just crazy. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give this video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.